I'm Chantal, and you are here at the beautiful Sun Valley Lodge with the beautiful Karl Weatherly. Of course, he's a photographer, so he doesn't even want to discuss having his picture taken. But he is a sports, I have, only time in my life I have to look at my notes, sports, action, lifestyle, travel, and environmental portraiture photographer. What is environmental portraiture?
It's basically taking your portrait outdoors, you know, in the great outdoors. And if you want to be on a bicycle, if you want to be on a ski, you know, skiing, rollerblading, or whatever, but you don't have to be. It's just outdoors in the environment. It's not a studio portrait shot, basically. That's
so then,
in the environment.
For example, if I do a lot of animal rescue, I do dog rescue in some of the most horrible places in the world. Would you take my picture there with the dogs?
Yeah, yeah, because it identifies with you. That's what you do, you know. It's not just a staid portrait, studio portrait shot. You know what I mean? So it identifies with you, and just it's nice being, you know, being identified with what you do.
Yeah,
whether you're
wonderful.
a skier or, you know, animal rescue. That. Yeah.
You're also probably one of the most well-respected and well-loved sports photographers in the world, including the Olympics. And when I think of the Olympics, I think of Jim McKay saying, "The agony of defeat and the thrill of victory." Which pictures come to your mind when you think of those things? Which photographs that really tell us about the agony of defeat and the thrill of victory?
You know, the ones I like are after they've won the medal, or after they've won that event and they know they're going to get the medal, like Apollo, you know, Ano. You know, I got a couple of him from the Vancouver Olympics, and he's raising the American flag, and just the joy on his face. Those reaction shots are the one I like. You know, they're not pure sports photos; they're more journalist sports photos, and I really like those because you know they've been working their whole life for that moment.
For that
and
very moment.
It's paid off.
Of course, we know that the London Olympics are just right around the corner.
Right.
Which events are you really looking forward to, saying, I can't wait to get a hold of that? That you have to have favorites.
You know, the sprints are awesome. The 100-meter dash,
right,
and the 400 and the 200, all those, because they're over so quickly, and you know, and a guy stumbles a favorite, and he's out, you know, and he's trained for 4 years for that one event, and I like those events. You know, the swimming are cool too, but the running events, you know, the sprint events are the ones that I really enjoy watching.
You know, here at the Sun Valley Film Festival, Karl, we've been talking about movies with so many people all morning and all afternoon, and they have a long time to capture a story. Right. You have an image. Is that what you try to do with your photography? You try to capture a story in one image?
I do. You know, it's hard. I mean, to really tell a story, you need a photo essay, you know, 4 or 5 or 6, but I think you can do it in one image. You know, if you get the reaction of the athlete, if you get him in that peak motion, you know, while he's doing, you know, just the strain on his face when he's in that sprint, you know, or the swimming, you know, and the skier. I love shooting skiers as they're hitting that gate. If you can get that moment where they're bending the pole, it's really hard to do even at 10 frames a second. But if you get that and get the eyes through the goggles, that's what I try to do. I really like to get the eyes of the athlete.
I would love that. Yeah, I love those kind of.
The intensity is unbelievable.
Yeah. Are you ever frightened in terms of being so close? Because some of the things you photographed are fast and hard.
You know, the slalom event at the Olympics, they let you get really close there. The downhill, they don't let you get as close, and they pin you in and mark you with spray paint. You've got to stay there for 2 hours. Once the course marshals come down. Slalom's a little bit different because the speeds aren't as fast. They let you get, you know, 15, 20 feet away. They still could fall and, you know, give you serious injury. You know, I thought about it. I wasn't scared because these are the best skiers in the world.
Yeah.
Now hockey, you know, I'm right on the glass of the hockey, and you're protected by that plexiglass, and they're literally banging up 2 feet in front of you. You know, the glass can shatter. You know, it doesn't really enter my mind, but it's quite exciting to have the checks into the glass, literally 2 feet away.
Good that it doesn't enter your mind. Last question, because I know I want to send you back to the slopes. You've been skiing this morning,
Yes,
right? We'll
yes.
go on back this afternoon here in Sun Valley, at the
Right.
Sun Valley Lodge. I mean, isn't this lodge beautiful?
It's gorgeous.
It's just gorgeous
It
where
is.
we are. There's something different about your photography, all the work of yours that I've seen, and I can't put my finger on why it's different. What is it?
You know, what I try to do, and kind of my trademark, is create motion in a still photograph. So that's a pan blur, so it's with a slow shutter speed, and you make the background blurred if you can. And the object is to get the subject still, his head still, but you get the background blurred, and you may have his hands moving a little bit, his feet moving a little bit if he's a sprinter. If he's a cyclist, you see the wheels moving, the spokes moving, and his feet. But he's stock still. So I try to get that. It's a little bit difficult. It's hit or miss, but if you shoot enough of it, you can get it.
And you usually do.
Thank you.
Karl Weatherly, you are here with him, and watch for him at the Olympics. He'll be the one with the spray paint around him right by the slalom, not moving. You are here, and we're glad you are. Thanks, Karl.
Thank you, Chantal.